A scary scene this morning at Gering High School, but the threat of a possible shooter turned out to be a hoax that has affected many other districts across the state and country. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, an amazing, large, fast response this morning by first responders to Gering High School after the district received a call about a possible shooter inside the building. After approximately 45 minutes on scene, Police Captain Jason Rogers explained that it appeared that Gering was one of at least 5 districts in the state to be the target of such a hoax call.
The building has been cleared. Our officers and everybody else that was inside did not find any evidence of any shots being fired. So what they did is they went into a complete lockdown. All the students were locked inside the classroom. Our guys went room to room. They're going to take the students down to the auditorium. They're going to have a school-wide, they're going to talk to all the students at the same time. Okay, and then they're going to release the students back to third period. So at this point, I was telling everybody else that we are the 5th school district today to get this exact same type of phone call. Okay. Now that doesn't mean that we don't take it seriously, right? I mean, you can tell by the response that everybody in law enforcement and the medical and the EMS side took this call extremely seriously. Okay, but I can tell you right now with the school's plan that they're going to take all the students to the auditorium. As far as we're concerned, that building is mostly cleared. Everybody inside the building is safe. As far as I know, as of this moment, there is nobody that's been harmed inside that building.
Classes did resume mid-morning, but worried parents who wanted to take their kids out of school for the day were allowed to do so. Well, an opening reception will be held this evening at the West Nebraska Arts Center for the 100 Western Skies exhibit. Program manager Stephanie Coley says this is one truly amazing show.
So Yelena Kawaszkaya will be having a show. March 2nd is the reception. It's 5 to 7 and it's free and open to the public. It'll be acrylic and acrylic gouache paintings of all different sizes, and they are of the western skies. So during her isolation period through COVID, she coped with it by creating all these paintings, and it was to connect with people near her and across the globe. So it's a fun little way that she coped with that isolation period. We're quite excited to have her in the main gallery for a whole month.
The opening reception again will run from 5 to 7 tonight, and the show will be on display until March 26th. We'll have more news right after this.
Swipe right, swipe left, endlessly searching. Finding the perfect match isn't always perfect, but it can be when it comes to finances. Nora found the perfect business loan. Jenny opened her first savings account. Grammy loves her checking account. We found a match for Wilson Farms. The Sandersons were matched with a mortgage. Regardless of your financial situation, Platte Valley Bank will match you with the perfect solution. Find your match at Platte Valley Bank.
Renewal by Andersen makes the best replacement windows and patio doors you can get, and they're among the best investments you can make in your home right now. Mortgage interest rates have doubled in just the last year. People are renovating their homes rather than moving. Renewal by Andersen windows and patio doors are a fantastic investment. Great tax incentives right now, 5-star energy rated, significantly cut your energy bills, and make your home much more valuable in a buyer's market. Snap that QR code, visit rbawyoming.com right now to start the conversation.
Welcome back. A former Nebraska State Patrol trooper from Scottsbluff who was convicted on numerous child enticement and child pornography charges has had his sentencing delayed. 25-year-old Brandon Dolezal was arrested in 2021 following a criminal investigation that revealed that he was having Snapchat messages with girls from Gering High School that were sexual in nature. Dolezal ultimately pleaded no contest to 4 counts of possession of child pornography and 2 counts of attempted child enticement through an electronic communication device. He appeared for sentencing on Friday before District Judge Leo Dobrovolny, who then recused himself after reading the pre-sentencing investigation and realized he had a conflict of interest. The sentencing will now be handled by District Judge Travis O'Gorman later this year. Well, an Omaha man who was facing a trio of Scottsbluff County felony drug distribution charges following a series of controlled buys by the Wing Drug Task Force has been sentenced. 38-year-old Christopher Garcia Sr. was involved in a July 2019 controlled buy operation in Terrytown and made 2 sales to CIs in Scottsbluff in October the same year. Back in December, he pleaded no contest to a single charge of distribution of methamphetamine, and last week, District Judge Andrea Miller sentenced him to just 18 months of probation. And conservatives in Nebraska have made bold moves to secure control of the state's education system, citing a desire to push through one of new Governor Jim Pillen's priorities of reforming state education funding. But the list of bills sought by conservatives is also rife with proposals that mirror the Republican Party's focus on issues seen in GOP-led states across the country that particularly affect schools and students. The Nebraska bills include those to fund a private school voucher program, ease the way to ban books from school library shelves, and require transgender people to use school bathrooms and locker rooms that match the sex listed on their original birth certificate.
Morrill County Community Hospital and the behavioral health providers are here to help. Amber Dean specializes in mental health care, which includes medication and therapy across a person's lifespan. Melody Lacey helps people deal with a wide range of behavioral problems, from depression and anxiety to child psychiatry. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time. At Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska. Exceptional care right here at home.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
On day 1 of the girls' state basketball tournament, the Bridgeport Bulldogs got all they could handle from Lincoln Christian, but advanced with a 61-57 win in the first round of the C1 bracket. Bridgeport had a 15-6 lead after the first quarter before Lincoln Christian surged into halftime with a 27-25 lead. For Bridgeport down the stretch, it was Brooklyn Mormon with the big fourth quarter as she scored 11 of her 15 late, and the Lady Bulldogs survived to square off against Adams Central Friday morning. We'll have coverage on KMOR 93.3 FM and KMORFM.com starting Friday morning at 9:30. Today, the focus shifts to the Class B first round action. Bearcats will challenge the York Dukes. Chris Cottrell will have coverage from Lincoln starting at 2 p.m. You can listen to 107.3 The Trail or online by going to KHYYFM.com. Filling in for Chris Cottrell at the FNBO TV Sports Desk, I'm Ryan Murphy.
culture trumps everything else.
In my years, I've never worked for a company that treats people the way this one does.
It is my passion for agriculture that brought me here in the first place, but not only that, there's a huge family-oriented atmosphere within the 21st Century Equipment.
I love working for 21st. They found something in me that I didn't know in myself. An intern to where I'm at now is such a great opportunity, and that is what this company is about.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the people you know and trust.
It's time for the recycling game. Question 1. Where do you recycle old electronics in the Tri-City area?
The Environmental Services at 609 East 2nd Street.
Correct. Question 2. Where can you find recycling trailers?
Trailers can be found in Gering and Terrytown.
Correct. Final question. How can you dump recyclables and not have to sort them?
The free stream recycle bins from the city.
That's correct. You just won a cleaner and happier city, brought to you by Tri-City Stormwater.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. Our personalized trust services can help you do just that. You've worked hard to build your legacy, and you want to make sure that gets passed on for generations to come. We offer the professional guidance necessary to ensure that happens, according to your wishes. We pride ourselves in being friendly and professional while offering a highly tailored full line of trust and estate planning services to accommodate you. You belong here.
And finally tonight, yesterday was Nebraska's Statehood Day, but in his first year in office, Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen wanted to do something to praise the industry that got him to where he is today. On Wednesday morning, the governor was joined by fourth graders to help declare March 1st as National Pig Day in Nebraska. Pillen had students draw final names from his hat to pick the name of the metal pig that has taken up residence in the reception area of the governor's office.
So what's the name of our pig?
Petunia.
Let me see. Wow. Petunia. So, very nice. That's pretty good. So our pig is named Petunia. What do you think? You like the name? Yeah, that's pretty cool. So we'll be able to keep our pig named Petunia. Now, I can just sense she's already feeling good by having it.
Afterwards, Pillen noted that the pig farming industry plays a large role in Nebraska's overall ag economy. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.